I've officially read every single Carley Fortune book, which means it is time to rank them. And I would be remiss not to mention that I enjoyed every single one. The summer vibes in all of them were immaculate. Number 5, and maybe a hot take, is This Summer Will Be Different. This was actually my first Carley Fortune book, and it is a second chance romance, which probably hurt it a little bit. It's also a best friend's brother romance, and I didn't fully get behind the romance. It felt a little bit more like lust than love. However, the setting of this one is probably my favorite, and I need to go to Prince Edward Island immediately. Coming in at number 4 is Meet Me at the Lake. One thing that I love about Carley Fortune's books is most of them are dual timeline, and I will always eat up a dual timeline. There is an element of insta love, but it kind of worked for me because the characters were so young when they fell in love. I enjoyed the romance for what it was. I loved that it was set on a lakefront resort. The only thing I didn't like was that the main male character got away with way too much and barely had to do any groveling. So the end of this one is the reason why it's at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is Every Summer After. To be fair, I figured out the twist pretty early on, so I got over it pretty quickly. And despite this also being a second chance romance, I ate it up. This was probably the book I read the fastest last year, and this is another one where the dual timeline was set up perfectly. That leaves us with Our Perfect Storm and One Golden Summer, and at number 2 we have Our Perfect Storm. I ate this one up. This is probably my favorite Friends to Lovers romance of all time, and I am not a big Friends to Lovers fan, but this one was done perfectly. Perfect dual timeline. George is honestly a perfect book boyfriend, and I will say, despite the audiobook being a duet, I wouldn't recommend listening to this book because I do feel like the narrator makes Frankie a little bit extra whiny and unlikable. Which means at number 1 we have One Golden Summer. The most perfect strangers to lovers romance, the perfect lake house vibes, the best banter, a reformed playboy. Charlie completely redeems himself. I loved every single page of this. Now this is a sequel to Every Summer After, so I do think to get the full effect of this book, you should start with this if you're planning on reading any of Carley Fortune's book, but it is 100% worth it to get to One Golden Summer. So that's my ranking. What's your number 1 Carley Fortune book?